They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
So I'm entering a position now that I wanted to get to for a long time. And this is going to be at least one of two parts. This will be the first part to give a general look at things. This is a chat with you as I'm walking around the palace in my neighborhood. This is my red driveway that goes down. We have in my neighborhood, not that it matters, but we have what is it that we have? 3, 6. We have 11 houses in this cul-de-sac. I like it that it's a cul-de-sac, of course, because nobody drives through. We had a big storm go through that dropped an F1 tornado on us. And to show you the tricky thing about the tornadoes is if you look, these are my trees. All these trees I planted when I built this house. I built the palace in 2005, and it's on the largest lot because it's a palace. It's on 1 1/3 acres. The neighbor next door, he has a ½ an acre. Farther down, they only have 1/4, and others have 1/2. This is the palace. It's 5,300 square feet. 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, upstairs, main level, 23-foot ceiling in the great room, and a basement, and this is where me and the angel reside. Next door neighbor's house. We had an F1 tornado come through. You guys know tornadoes are unpredictable. Look at this tree. I planted this tree 15 years ago as a sapling. If the tornado hits this yard, all these trees come down. They're immediately destroyed. It was an F1. I'm walking now about 30 yards to the next door neighbor's house. There were trees here. He's already chainsawed them up and taken them out. They were torn down. Here's what's left of the scraps. He's already taken 2 loads. This is the 3rd load that's going to go out of here. The tornado hit his yard. The tornado did not hit that yard. They're next door. Tornadoes are really, really, well, you know, they're unpredictable, but they're also incredibly powerful, and they just ripped his trees right out of the ground. Everything's intact at the palace. Everything's intact at the house next to the palace. With that 1 yard, nope, the tornado hit right there. So it touched down and took off back up. It came out of the sky, touched down, went straight back up. It didn't follow the contour of the earth. It just came down, hit, and went back up. This is an important day today. This is where I've been coming with you. This is, as I said, this is the first of at least 2 parts. Palace, other places, walking down the street. East Maritime Court. It was kind of funny, they put my house on Zillow and they didn't come see me. And so they just did a guess as to what they thought the house was in square footage and things, and they listed the house as 3,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. And it's 5,300 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. It doesn't matter, but I've even had friends call me and say, "Man, I thought your house was bigger than that." I said, "Okay, it doesn't matter." It is what it is. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you about roulette. Well, let's just say Baccarat first. What we gave you in Baccarat, I know, is a winner. The back and forth of banker player with the with the martingale betting is a winner. Even waiting 5 hands and beginning on a tie bet at Fibonacci, knowing that when you hit it's 8-1, and playing according to the schedule that we gave you. The tie is going to come up in one hand or maybe in 20, but it's going to come up, and when it comes up you got your money. The whole point of this entire sequence of sessions that I'm showing you is, how do you get your money? Not what each thing is worth, but in totality, how do you leave with your 15%? That's been the goal of everything that we've ever done. And that's why martingale is insane as it can get. Martingale is actually the guarantee, if you have the power on your side sufficient enough to get the win, or if you have the good sense on your side enough to go with the percentage of your bankroll, you lose your buy-in and you leave. Under the toughest circumstances, if you leave and come back another time, you will be Joey Knish. You're going to grind out your money. You're going to make it over and over and over again. This is what I'm leaving you with in these sessions that are coming together now. You're going to be Joey Knish. You're going to get the money over and over again. What is the stop? Okay. Ideally, I want you to have $10,000 in your bankroll. That's the number you need. However you can get there, get there. But you get $10,000. To play the red-black the way that I'm prescribing it, you need $1,522 to cover 7 consecutive losses. That is your stop loss. If you lose 7 in a row, you have hit the unicorn, except that there are losses at some point. That's the 0.01. This was the day. Okay, it happened. Don't be sad. Be cheerful. It's not going to happen that often. It's going to happen rarely. It's going to happen 0.01. And otherwise, you're going to win your 15%. And if you had 10,000 at home, or as I'm going to recommend, in a high yield savings account of about 5%, have your 10,000 there. And you took out 1522 today, well, you've got over $8,000 still in your account. And you can take out 1522 tomorrow until you get your 10,000 back, and you build on it. And every day you win, you build on your bankroll so that it goes higher than $10,000. 7 straight plays, red black, not odd even, not high low. These are listed as even money bets or not. Red black is the way to go, and I can give it to you in one simple way. Red black is the only numbers on the wheel that alternate all the way around the wheel. There's no 2 reds in a row, there's no 2 blacks in a row. This is why you don't do it with odd even, you don't do it with high low. You do this only with red black. And now I'm going to tell you something that I've got for you, and I'll be happy to write it out for you. This is a nice accountant, his place. The person that lives here is the dean of the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University. Wonderful woman, Vivian. Here is the King's formula that led to the red-black 99.9. And in some respects, it led to the Baccarat as well. But the formula is this. You have an expected outcome, a payout in odds, a payout in winning probability, a payout in losing probability. So expected outcome, mathematically, expected outcome equals the betting payout minus the losing probability. So it's bet times winning probability minus losing probability divided by the payout odds. Now, that may sound a little complicated, but it is not. This is a simple calculus, and it's done this way. When you have the two zeros, and you have, for example, the 24 red, say it's your first bet, you control 26%. You control 26 numbers. You control 52% of the numbers. You have a 48% loss against a 52% win, and that's what you have on every spin, spin after spin after spin after spin. And in this case, the power of large numbers, the mathematical chaos, works out in your favor because it's static. It never changes. In other things that we have done, the power of large numbers will capture you. They will defeat you over a long period of time. In black, red with 0, double zero covered, it won't. As a matter of fact, if you look at it, you have 18 of one and 18 of the other. So you have an even money bet. And over the time of large numbers, say 100 spins, 150 spins, 200 spins, it's going to work out pretty close to 50-50. The difference is you're going to win 100% of your green bets. When it hits 0 or double zero, you win. You win every time. You may win with red, you may win with black, you may lose with red, you may lose with black. At a 50-50 rate, perhaps one will outweigh the other, which would be the ideal thing for you on this day. But I can promise you, you win every green bet, every last one of them. You never lose one. So if you catch a day with greens overrepresented, I'm in my backyard now. If you catch a day with the greens overrepresented, you win them all. You're looking for 15%, Joey. Today, 15%. You lose 7 in a row, you walk. But as it's been said before, most losing streaks have zeros in them. Well, you don't lose any zeros. The backside of the palace. Expected outcome, payout odds, winning probability, losing probability. Higher level calculus. Your expected outcome is the payout odds times the winning probability minus the losing probability divided by the payout. Okay, what does that really mean? Well, you have 52% of the numbers. You got 18 plus 2. The house has 48%. I'm going to ask you a question here in just a second, because you know this is random. Your expected outcome is plus 4%. You have a 4% edge over the house because you're using the King's methodology. Now, when I say 4%, I mean flat betting. But see, you're not flat betting, you're martingaling. Martingale returns 100% of your bet. Now you have 100% edge over the house. I'm going to give you explicit breakdowns of everything that you should do for all 7 bets. I'm going to give you explicit breakdowns of your bankroll at home. I'm going to give you explicit breakouts of your buy-in and every bet that you make. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go with this, because this is drawing you down to where I want it to be, to where everyone in the kingdom is a Joy Knish professional. As soon as I know that every one of you can walk into the casino, and absent that one unicorn day, is going to win every time. And even on the unicorn day, you're not going to be walking out of that casino looking like the losers next to you. You're going to walk out knowing you got a $10,000 bankroll, you got 8,500 of it at home, and you're coming back tomorrow. And you're going to build it back up to 10 and to 11 and to 12 and to 13. And your 10, 11, 12, and 13 is going to be generating at least 5% compound interest all the time. even while you're sleeping. I'm going to set you free, but I'm going to make sure that you're armed and ready to go free. Here's what has to happen. This one here is being released to the entire kingdom. Everybody has to be a king or queen. I'm going to give it to the kings or queens. The kings and queens are going to get it, down to every last detail. And the kings and queens are going to get immediate responses from me, down to the very last detail. It's going to cost you at least 1 month of being a king and a queen. You don't want to do it? Don't do it. You want to say that some kind of con game like 49 bucks is going to change my life? I don't need the 49 bucks. I need you to show your faith in me and what we're showing and what we've worked for you. The King's formula, solving for expected outcome, comes from a lifetime of mathematical history. It comes from a lifetime of understanding. It comes from a lifetime of proving that Mickey Mays is wrong. Mickey Mays says everything's luck. Okay, he won $1 million. He lost $4 million. Then he won $5 million. Okay, you can do it that way. He's got tons of money. But if Mickey Mays followed the King's formula, he'd be worth $1 billion right now. But he's cavalier. He's all tattooed up. He's got a great sense of humor. He sits around and laughs and has a good time with all of his buddies. We're not into that. I could turn Mickey Mays into a billionaire by nighttime tomorrow night. I could turn Drake into a billionaire by midnight tomorrow night. Any of these people with these piles of money. Because I'm going to take this kingdom, and I'm going to turn each one of you into a $10,000 in a high yield account. Withdrawing every day $1,522 and cheerfully walking into the casino as Joey Knish, the grinder, who's going to settle in and know he has a 4% edge on the house. He knows something nobody else in there knows. As they're peppering that board with all their money here, there, and the other places and losing, Joey Knish is going to grind it out. He could make 4% on flat bets. He could. Because over time, it's undeniable and you know it. Over time, if you have 52% of the numbers and they have 48, over time, the power of large numbers and mathematical chaos is going to yield a 4% win for you. But we don't want that. We want 100%. And we'll settle for the unicorn day where we lose our buy-in. We'll settle for that. Because every other day that we go, we're going to make 15% every day. Day after day after day. And your 10,000 is going to become 10,400, 10,800, 11,600, 12,400. When you've got $100,000 in your high yield account, and you will have it, you can go check with Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett. The 100,000 is the mark. The $100,000 is the mark where you quickly become a millionaire, because you can do a lot more things, and I'll help you with that too. But I don't know how much longer we're going to do the roulette. I don't know how much longer we're going to do the Baccarat. I don't know how much longer we're going to run King's Club. But we need you to be an entire King's Club. That's what we are. We're King's Club. I know it's going to take a sacrifice. I know, but for many of you, you're hustling to find 50 bucks. If you're hustling to find 50 bucks, how in the world are you going to go to the casino and play? It takes money. Now, I will tell you, if you got $1,522, okay, now your bankroll is equal to your buy-in, and we're hopeful that you're going to win on your first day. And we're hopeful you're going to win every day after that as you build. We're hopeful. We're hopeful the unicorn doesn't show up and eat your money, because we aren't going to play past the 7th straight loss. The 7th play is $640 on your color and $64 on split zero, a total of $702. We aren't going to go to the $1,400 spin. We're going to accept our loss. We lost 7 straight. That's that. Now, if you're Mickey Mays now, okay, see what I'm getting at? You got $1 million? Well, if we go to the 8th bullet, well, it's only another $800 bet. And if you go to the 9th bullet, it's only another $1,600 bet. If you go to the 10th bullet, it's only another $3,200 bet. If you go to the 11th bullet, well, maybe you're up against the table limit, but if you're in the high limit room, you're not. And all you need is the one win. The one win can happen on the first spin, or it can happen on the 15th. If you get the money like Mickey Mays to play anything you want. But I'm designing this for the kingdom. So the kingdom is designed on 7 straight losses. We call that the unicorn. We quit and we come back. The King's formula, solving for expected outcome, with the exact bets and the exact coverages of the 0, double 0, the exact expected outcome solved for you for 1 month of being a king. Be the king. Have this be the answer to your lifetime. Write it all down. Make sure you understand it every shred. If you've got to lower your bankroll to where you're playing the I block wheel at 50 cents or whatever you're playing it at, then okay, you can do that too. I'm giving you the straight up bet beginning at $10 on red or black and $1 on split 0, which requires you to add $1 back to your red or black. So the beginning bet is $12. It's $11 on the color, $1 on the split 0. Off you go. I love all of you. I've tried to be as direct as I can on this because I'm very serious about this. We're coming to possibly the end. I'll go as long as you guys want me to go. But to get what you need to set yourself up for life, you've got to be a king for 1 month. If you don't know how to do it, email me and the angel will show you how. Questions on this, you know how to get a hold of me. You got comments, you're upset about something, go ahead and fire it. I can take it. I got skin thicker than a dinosaur. Why? Because I know what I'm doing. And I've built this thing over my lifetime. And I'm handing it to you for actually a small amount. I'm actually not asking for very much at all. And the only reason I'm asking for anything is so you have stake in the game. You need skin in the game too. You're not standing by the side of the road with a sign asking somebody just to give you something today and come give me some more tomorrow and give me some more the next day. No, no, no. I'm giving you something that you feed yourself now. And you build everything you have. I am expecting some mistakes to be made initially, and as we talk about in the algorithm, you can't make mistakes. You got to be precise. You got to be serious when you get there. You're not there for a party. You're not there for entertainment. You're not there to laugh with your friends. You're not there to show off for the other people at the table. You're there to quietly get your money and leave. If you got an ego and you want everybody to tell you the smartest guy in the place, it's going to lead you down. Don't be involved with that. Let all those other people lose at their own rate. You're not the savior. They want to be saved, they can join King's Club the same way you did. You put skin in the game. Why should they get it for free? Don't you give anything to anybody else. Have them join, have them be part of the fraternity. Promise you'll walk through nature in a beginning idea of what we're doing. That's it. Much more to come, but it's only an expounding on what we have talked about here today. It's going to lead to wins. It's going to lead to you putting a t-shirt on that says, I am Joey Knish, because you are. You just paid your rent. You just paid your mortgage. You just paid your car payment. And you took it at the toughest road game in the world from the group that has the biggest edge ever. But not now. Because with the King's formula, you've got a 4% edge. And when backed up by Martingale, you have 100% edge. I'm your king. I serve you, you don't serve me. I bid you adieu.